Hello, Henry from Belgium here. Today I will give you some tips that you should pay attention to when buying second-hand Lego. Keep watching the video. Buying second-hand Lego sets or Lego parts on the internet can be very expensive. Sellers often ask insane prices. Other sellers see that, and then they think that they can ask also such prices. But like I said before, a seller can ask whatever he wants. That does not mean that this is actually the value. This does not only apply to Lego, but to many vintage toys, such as Nintendo games. In most cases, those Legos or toys are never sold at those prices, but they do help determine the market and create unrealistic expectations. I give you some tips that you should pay attention to when buying second-hand Lego. Often sellers on the internet have already sorted the Lego and removed the most beautiful and rare pieces. You should absolutely avoid such ads. Furthermore, they often also offer unsorted boxes, but there is a random amount of everything thrown together, especially the cheapest pieces. The chance that you can make some beautiful buildings with them is often very small. What also often happens is that people advertise with the number of bricks, for example 500 Lego parts. In that case, do the test at your home and put 500 parts on your table, then you will quickly see that this is not very much. They often also ask for a fixed price per kilo, for example, but that is not always the right estimate either, because you never know exactly what you are buying and which parts it is. And finally, make sure that it is all real Lego. Sometimes people mix real and fake Lego together. So ask for as many photos as possible so that you can clearly see what you are buying. But of course the best is still to buy it locally from the seller. The best place to find such a box is at a flea market, garage sales, and especially in older people's homes, whose children have already left home. Often they clean up the attic and just want that box out of their way, and they are already satisfied with an amount between 50 and 100 euros for the whole box. In that case, the box belongs to one owner, who threw everything together after playing. Such boxes often contain more than 10 individual sets that you can rebuild. A nice box of second-hand Lego for me consists of a box like this. Unsorted Lego from the 1980s and 1990s. Blocks in all sizes and shapes, in different colors, in which you will also find beautiful separate parts such as doors, windows, wheels, and so on. In the best case, there are also base plates in various shapes, and last but not least, where minifigures can also be found, and special parts that you can associate with a certain theme or set. It is of course still up to you to put together those sets, but nowadays it is easy to realize this with the website brickset.com. You will find there a lot of information per set, parts list, manuals, and so on. This box here is a good example of what I mean. In a previous video you saw that I was able to make a car wash set, but that wasn't all. I also found these two stones in the box, and after some research I found out that they only came in two sets. So I soon realized that I could make police set 6398 from 1993 with this. The build requires two boards for two separate towers. A bridge connects the two towers. I found the construction varied, because although the building is essentially two rectangles joined together, there are plenty of angles and bevels in the design. The building is well constructed, with 3 rooms filled with various computers and equipment. There is also a garage/workshop area and a coffee room with tools. The building was completed with a bedroom for the officers, a prison cell and a heliplatform. For different vehicles and 5 minifigures complete the set perfectly. I was also able to put together this fire set and a few cars. And finally I still have a lot of nice bricks, and also some nice minifigures left. So I will undoubtedly be able to put together a lot of more beautiful sets. If you were to estimate what is already on the table here, it could be worth around 300 euros, or perhaps much more. In retrospect, my purchase price of 65 euros for this box was a good investment. But of course you can't count your working hours that you spend on cleaning, searching, and effectively building the sets. You should do it primarily for fun and have a nice relaxation. And if you can somehow earn a penny with it, then that's a bonus. In the end, these sets are not so very rare, because they are loose stones and parts that you can still find together in one way or another. It is only when you have the original box and also the manual together with a complete set that you have a unique object in your hands. Then, as a seller, you can in most cases ask for what you want, because these items are very rare. Someday there will be a collector willing to pay your price, if you are patient. But as I said, the most important thing is that you have a lot of fun building it and have a nice occupation. Until the next video.